is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. You're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Seek to know the truth. When you hear an opinion and believe it, you make an agreement, and that becomes part of your belief system. The only thing that can break this agreement is to make a new one based on truth. Only the truth has the power to set you free. It's so true. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 63. NASDAQ off 13. S&P's down 7. Gold contract up $4.40, trading at $12.95.40 an ounce. Silver up 10 cents, $17.16 an ounce. Platinum up $1.66, $9.79 an ounce. Copper flat, $3 a pound. Big number on copper. Light sweet crude, $47.64. Notes, 10-year note up 11 ticks, 126.29. 30-year bond up almost a full point, 30 ticks, 156.17. King dollar down 411 ticks at 93.05. The euro is 118 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 109 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so we bring up the SPY. What you're going to see out here is that you came down on the 17th, 128 million. You went up yesterday with 63. Today, you really get a sideways move. It's an inside day due to 31. Bottom line, you have no buyers up here. That move yesterday looks to me like a fast counter trend move. That's what happens when you actually get into a bear market. And the way it looks out here, and it takes quite a while, folks. It normally takes, if we look at this market going back to May, what happens is this. Your first warning shot, I'm going to bring up the NASDAQ first, because the NASDAQ was the first warning shot, actually. Well, when I say the S&P went down also, but the NASDAQ was much more dramatic. The NASDAQ on May 17th and 18th, you know, takes a good hit. The Qs go from 139 down to 135. Market shakes it off in a huge way. Bang, all the way up to 143. Now, this is the number. What do you have there? 143 to 138. That's where the NASDAQ got destroyed. Took about a month and a half, shook it off again. The 27th of July, rather. We come down, huge volume again, 80 million, shakes it off, but that's the high, okay? So now watch. You test the high with 30 million versus 80. Then this is where it starts getting faster. We go down on the 8th, on the 10th of August, with 63 million. You do the counter trend bounce, and you get back up to 144. You come back down again with 70 million. Bottom line, you're doing, you know, counter trend bounce now. The fastness of these moves are basically saying, you know, we'll see how this shakes out, but that's how bear markets start. And what normally happens is this. This should go on for a good another 6 or 7 weeks, meaning you'll get a fast move down, you'll get a fast move back up. Each move down, though, will actually get heavier. That's how that thing shakes out, meaning faster moves on the way down. So we'll see where it shakes out. And one of the questions is, isn't the volume light in the Qs today? Yeah, it is. Real light. It's light across all the market. But we're not, see, to me, this is not even being down. It's certainly not testing the lows out here. It's an inside day. That's what you have happening. And with that type of energy, you can expect that. Now, what I do expect is going to happen, we're gonna test this high of yesterday probably tomorrow or the next day. And I'm expecting it's going to be a test on lighter volume. And everyone makes their own choices, but that's where I'm going to sell away. That's how I think this thing the whole thing's going to shake out. Gold contract. Let's go over to the gold contract and look at the gold contract. What we have with the gold contract is this. Gold contract rejects lower price. It has volume. We've been laying the same place now since the 10th of August. It's a confirmed ABC structure on the way up, 1327. And we'll see what Friday brings. You know, we already went over the highs and did that with volume. That was on the 18th, gave it up in price, but big volume up there. Silver, let's go take a look at the silver market. Silver market out here trading at a price point of $17.16. That silver market also is not backing off. The silver actually, the silver just, it's in the same place, but it looks a little bit stronger than gold, which would be really cool because silver is the psycho market, man. Silver can move so fast, up or down. And silver looks to me like it does want to get up into this, well, at least the 1792 area. The way it's set up, it actually looks like it wants to get up to 1887. Platinum, let's go take a look at the platinum market. Platinum right now is trading at 981. This baby here, building cars also. So you get sideways movement out here today. But yeah, I'd like to see a little more volume on platinum today. So it's really just a sideways move out here. But the way platinum does look, it looks like it's building cars to get up into this 1,044. Right now, you're at 981. Notes, the 10-year note, 30-year bond, bottom line, both of those are not only the most consistent in the marketplace and have been a long period of time, folks. It's amazing. There's no doubt that each and every time these things go slightly lower, they just say, I don't want to be down here. Now, we're laying right next to this swing high. And the longer, we've laid next to this swing high now since the 11th of August. The longer you lay next to that swing high, the more probability is you're going to take it out. You know, we're going to need a lot of volume. There's no doubt about that because it had monster volume up there at 2.4 million contracts. But I suspect we're going to go after it. We are, right now, the 10-year was only 9 ticks away from it. That's nothing. We're up 11 ticks today. 30-year, let's go take a look at the 30-year bond. 30-year out here. Oh, this is a good setup. Okay, this is cool. The 30 is coming right into the bottom of the bar today. Yeah. Yeah, it's into it. It's into it good, too. The bottom of that bar is 155.07. We're at 156.16. You stay right there, folks. We come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 66. You get the NASDAQ off 13. S&P's off 7. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, we just launched this. So if you happen to, be in the New England area, you're definitely going to want to come visit us. Daryl Martin, myself, Tommy, we're going to be doing a workshop. This is a workshop sponsored by Nadex. It's going to be at the Marriott in Burlington, Boston, Mass. It's a live workshop, and it is free. It's September 30th. So if you go to the front page of TFNN, what you're going to see out here, a live workshop, Tom O'Brien, Daryl Martin. This is going to be on September 30th. It's a Saturday morning. You're going to get a continental breakfast. You're going to get a signed copy of my book, The Art of Time in the Trade. The check-in is going to be from 7:45 to 8:30. Then Dan Cook from Nadex is going to be having some opening remarks for 15 minutes. Tommy is going to be doing the introduction to the spreads and the binaries inside the Nadex product. I'm going to be doing a workshop for an hour and a half on the Art of Time in the Trade, quality, volume, cause and effect, the ABC structures, the swing points. Then we're going to have a coffee break. Daryl Martin's going to be doing an additional workshop for another 90 minutes. And then Daryl and I are going to be up there for an additional 45 minutes. All of this, folks, is sponsored by Nadex. They're picking up the tab. It's free. You can bring a guest. What would love you to do, though, if you don't just sign up, please, if you're going to sign up, go. If something happens, just let us know that you can't make it. That'd be great, because we do have a limited amount of people that can fit in there, okay? But check it out. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be growling and prowling with you up in Boston. It's a great venue. We've done a lot of these at this Burlington Marriott, which is in Burlington, Mass. It's very easy to get to, right off the expressway. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. We go take a look at some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here today, and there's going to be a low volume market again, no doubt. We have Schnapp. Schnapp is up 47 cents. That's the leader, actually. It's 56 million shares. That's pretty wild. Bank of America is flat. You got Lowe's. Lowe's getting hit. That's down 326. They were shot on their revenue numbers. Ford is up 6 cents. You got, let's see. Pet Express, they're down 290. Haven't seen them for a while. If we go take a look at some of the Dow stocks out here, this is how the Dow stocks are shaking out. You have the IBM is up $1.43. You get Boeing down 194. ExxonMobil's down 13 cents. You get Disney off 85. We have GE down 22. If we go into the biotechs and we take a look at the biotechs, folks, biotechs right now, they're trading flat at 310.01. Yeah, so they had a nice pop yesterday, but tremendously lighter volume. 910,000 against 1.6, and today you get 394,000. This is a good setup. These things will, I suspect, test those highs of yesterday, but these are decent setups, meaning that if the biotech could get up and over that 311.08, close underneath it, you have lighter volume, then you get something you can sell away at. Walmart, let's go take a look at Walmart. Walmart made a deal out here today with Google, didn't do much to it. Walmart's trading flat, $80.05. If we go to Google, we take a look at Google. Google's up $3.35. And then we go to Amazon, because the deal that they made, they're thinking that they can do some damage to Amazon. Good luck. Amazon is down $8, but this is oscillating. It looks like it wants to test the 927 area anyway. That's where Amazon had come down fast and furious on the 9th of June. And the 9th of June, of course, that was when the NASDAQ took an extraordinary hit. We go take a look at the small caps. So the small caps are still the weakest indice out here when we talk indices, meaning we talk the S&Ps, the Dow, the NASDAQ, the diamonds. And we have out here, and this is pretty cool, I'm looking for this in the other indices also. So yesterday the high in the small caps was 130, the IWM rather, was 136.44. We get over it today, and we'll see whether it's going to close underneath it. Thus far, it is underneath it. It's under the 136, it's at 136.18. And the small caps are going to be hard-pressed to put another 10 million shares into the market. Right now, the small caps, yesterday they did 25 million. Today we're at 14 million. So that's the type of test that I'm looking for in the S&P and in the NDX 100. We go take a look at the XLE. The XLE just continues to say it wants lower price. We had out here today, we got to 63 bucks. You done 11 million shares, and guess what? Yesterday, you did 15 million, and it couldn't even move. This XLE is just like saying lower prices are coming at us, which is pretty wild. And it looks like the XLE wants to run down to this $56 to 49. You know, you get that. We'll go look at the oil in a second. ExxonMobil, same setup. That wants lower price. Chevron, going to have a new CEO. That wants lower price. And now let's actually go to the oil market and take a look at the oil market. You had the EIA numbers come out this morning. Oil right now is up 1.1%. No juice under the move, though. You know, so the oil is oscillating between this $50 mark and a $45 mark. I expect, looks like that's going to stay like that for a while. That, I would say, is in the short term. On the longer term, the way that the XLE is trading, saying, hey, oil's going lower, man. Gasoline out here, you're at you're up 1.7%, and that has some juice underneath it. Let's go look at the natural gas market. Natural gas right now is trading at $2.91. Now, what's going to be interesting about the natural gas market, folks, is that there is, let me just see this, pull this up for a second, because where's that? There's a hurricane that's going to be coming into Houston, or at least a tropical storm that they're worried about. I just saw this come across now, Houston's not that bad for the natural gas, but if that thing ever does turn, that's pretty low. That wouldn't be as bad as that when you actually come up the Gulf and you go right up into Louisiana. But guess what? Any of these big storms that come in and that start touching Texas at all can turn into a problem. I'm going to find that on the first break, on the second break, I guess, because we already did the first break. We get over and we take a look at the XAU, the HUI. XAU out here trading 85.29. Let's see what we did out here yesterday. Okay, so yesterday did 27 million. It's not bad. You're still pushing in. This is still building cars to get into higher price. Gold Bugs Index, same type of setup. Yeah, oh, the gold. I like how this Gold Bugs Index is setting up nice. This Gold Bugs Index today, this just rejected all lower prices. We got down to 197.83, and it's what 198. And anything that, as long as it stays over this 197.65, that's saying higher prices are coming at us. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Now, we just launched that webinar. No, it's a live workshop. You want to come to a live workshop, folks? Sponsored by Nadex, September 30th, Boston, Mass. Check it out on the front page of TFNN. It's free. We're going to be right back. Hi, folks. The 800th edition of the Gold Report will be published next Monday. To celebrate the last 15 and a half years of calling the gold market, I'm doing a special promotion. You can receive 60 weeks of the Gold Report for only $600. That is $10 a week, which is a savings of 50% off the regular price. If you want to understand the entire supply and demand equations that move the gold market, including where the XAU, HUI, and mining equities are looking to trade, if you want to understand the correlation between the dollar, the yen, the South African rand, bonds, and gold, the Gold Report is for you. I'll give you the entry price target, and stop for each equity, ETF, future, or option trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter with the focus on building real wealth to a successful portfolio of gold and silver equities. You can take advantage of this special promotion until August 27th. That's 60 weeks of the Gold Report for $600, which is a 50% savings. Go to the front page of TFNN.com or call 877-518-9190 and order now. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. So let's go over here. Yeah, so I didn't find this whole thing yet, but Exxon says cutting Gulf Hoover platform rates ahead of Harvey. So it's, let me see this for a second. So it's Harvey that's going to try to run into the Gulf here. We'll see if, let's hope, I don't want this thing near the Gulf. Venezuela. So check this out. This is going to get intriguing watching this play out, because I've been watching these bonds for quite a while, and so of course Venezuela is an absolute mess, right? You got a dictatorship happening. You know, the poor people are getting toasted and roasted. They have so much oil, it's unbelievable. And in fact, what is it? Citgo. Citgo is that's owned by Venezuela. Well, so coming across the tape here, the United States is preparing another round of sanctions to punish the government of Venezuela. And one potential tool under review would be to squeeze the trading in the country's debt, according to two people familiar with the deliberations. Folks, so you have political risk there. I just don't see it happening. The reason I don't see it happening is that it's our banks that probably have the most amount of risk in dollar-denominated bonds in Venezuela. But let's see what they have to say. The next steps in the campaign to pressure Nicolas Maduro are still being debated within the Trump administration. No decisions have been made. Let's see. One measure under consideration would be to block trades of Venezuela-held dollar-denominated notes sold by the government and by the state-run oil company. The U.S. has been escalating sanctions on Venezuela officials and others connected to the Maduro socialist government. Maduro said Thursday that Venezuela is prepared for any U.S. sanctions and that the Trump administration is trying to create a financial roadblock. You know, bottom line, the sanctions, bonds from the sovereign and the state oil company dropped Wednesday with some of the securities at an 18-month low. The U.S. thus far has refrained from imposing broader economic conditions. The thing that's wild is, so they're talking about bonds, but the reality, if they really wanted to impose it, and this is where our negotiations, I guess, I believe we still import like 700,000 barrels a day from Venezuela, I think. It's around that number. Let's see. The U.S. thus far has refrained from imposing economic sanctions on Venezuela that would affect the country's oil exports to the U.S. Yeah, there you go right there. See, it's always a money deal. Home to the world's largest crude reserves, Venezuela produces a fifth as much crude as Saudi Arabia or the United States. As a wave of nationalizations and payment delays have cut investment and maintenance on the oil fields. Oil put has fallen to a 14-year low. The implied probability of the country missing a payment over the next 12 months has risen to 66%. The odds of credit event over the next 5 years increased to 96%. Bottom line, we'll see where it shakes out. But be pretty interesting. That's going to be one of these other financial fights out here, because I suspect, you know, if you saw the last, Goldman Sachs made one of the biggest, not only very quick profits, but they bought and sold about 250 million of their bonds about 4 months ago, and that's when they were calling them the hunger bonds, because they knew that, yeah, they wouldn't feed their people, but they had to pay the interest on the bonds in order to come to market to get more money again. That's what it comes down to. So if we do take a look at Goldman's making its way back to that 209 area. Not much juice there. If we take a look at the XLF right now, that's kind of interesting. So the XLF did what I'm looking for the S&P to do too. And thus far it's failed. Yesterday did 42 million shares. $24.84 is the number. We went to $24.88. It looks like you're going to do lighter volume than the 42 million. That means you would have to put in the next 26 minutes, you'd have to put in another 11 million. You've already done 31. And this is going to be pretty cool watching these sectors, because that's the third sector that I brought up that has got over yesterday's high. Looks like it's going to close under yesterday's high. Does already have dramatically lighter volume. Let's go over to the copper market. So the copper market, folks, is something you want to absolutely keep your head wrapped around. Copper right now is trading, especially if you're in the commodity markets. Copper's trading $3. This baby looks like it wants to go to 308 to 323. And if we take a look at some of these copper equities, still going higher. Pretty amazing. TGB, $1.82. 5 days ago, it was at $1.42. SCCO. That's flat. Okay, let me just see. Now, what I was talking about this yesterday, too, is that there's many of these silver stocks, NDG, that kick off a huge amount of copper as a byproduct. Now, New Gold's one of them, too. Interesting. So New Gold hasn't moved much. Great Panther, that's flat too. PAAS, that already took off a little. That's flat too. Well, we'll see where the whole baby shakes out. When you do take a look at that copper market, though, that wants a lot higher prices. Let's go take a look at live cattle. Live cattle down $1.44 out here. That had 19,000 contracts. Yeah, that still has a high volume low at 104. So that's saying that 104 is game. We get grilling season, that's over, which no doubt makes a difference. The dollar is going to make the biggest difference in a lot of these. We take a look at this under a continuous contract. Oh, look at that, man. Cattle's taking a beating. So cattle was $1.67 in 2014, goes down to 94. Yeah, this is going after the 94 to 91 again. In fact, let me see something here. Now, this is a great stock to look at to see what kind of a dead cat bounce you get. So cattle at a straight line move, $1.71 a pound to 94 a pound. Does a dead cat bounce to just over 50%. So when you do something like that, many times that you're just going to test the very low because you almost hit the 0.618. So that's going to be intriguing watching how that shakes out. It's hitting it it's going to be hitting it at the right time, meaning you're coming into the winter. Sugar, where's sugar? So sugar's $13, 13 pennies, 13 and a half pennies. And sugar, 58,000 contracts out here today. Yeah, sugar looks like it wants to go to $14.78 to $15. You know, when you read about in Florida, folks, okay, it's pretty amazing that how we subsidize the sugar business like in an incredible way. It's like, and there's a couple of brothers that own all of the land. I think it's U.S. Sugar down in the Keys, and it's a crazy story, man. But guess what? They got it wrapped up, lock, stock, and barrel. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Dow down 55, Nasdaq off 6, S&P's down 5.5. We're gonna be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now. Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. So, good old Harvey. So this is right now, this is just a tropical storm. It looks like about 35 to 40 mile an hour winds. And it's on the far side of the Gulf. 1 p.m. So right now, yeah, it's going to be traveling into Houston tonight. Now that's not going to affect. It's interesting that the gas numbers come out tomorrow morning. I don't expect that'll affect it. But if that moved over, going up closer to Florida, going into Louisiana, whole different ball game. Because right off the coast of Louisiana, that's where all the gas is. That's where those gas tankers also take off from. Going across the world now. So. Hopefully that thing will basically fizzle out as it gets closer to land. Let's go and take a look at the NUGT. This is the 3 times direction bull position of the GDX. And we've been at the same place for quite a while now. You can bring this actually back to the 26th of July. 33.83, that's where we were. Now we take a look at the GDX. And GDX... yeah, this needs a lot more volume. So we get Thursday and Friday. This is going to get intriguing because I would have liked to see this GDX definitely having higher volume today. So what you're doing, you stand at the top of the range. But when you're at the top of the range or the bottom of the range, what you want to see in order to break the top or break a bottom is that you want to see that pushing with volume. That is not pushing with volume today. If you do want to get the 800th edition of the Gold Report, folks, you can go right to the front page of TFNN. It's right under breaking news. We did that. I did that Monday. You have until this coming Sunday night in order to get the special. The special is that you can get 60 editions for $600, $10 edition instead of $85 a month. If we go to ABX, ABX is also going to need more volume. Right now, that's up 12 cents. Newmont. Now, Newmont has shown some big strength. And once again, yeah, it's there. Newmont broke topside. Newmont wants higher price. You're up another 42 cents rather. Franco-Nevada, FNV. That's a decent setup. You're at $78. This one here, which is pretty amazing, you are right at all-time highs. The all-time high of Franco-Nevada is 81 bucks. So that's impressive. Royal Gold is trying to get to its all-time high. Right now, that's at 87. I think it's 104, the all-time high. Yeah, it was 100. And that looks like it's going to make the run for it. Now, what's going to be intriguing about both of those cases is that when they get to those highs, are they going to launch a whole nother leg, leg up? That's what we'll see if in fact they can do that. Apple, let's go take a look at Apple out here. Apple over the high of yesterday, 160. So this is going to be intriguing coming into the close. So this is just what we were talking about with the other indices also. You're going to have lighter volume. We've done 15 million versus 21 million right now. Let me go back to the GDX for a second, because you know what does happen, I forget that quite a bit, is that the GDX throws a huge amount of volume in at the close. Yeah, there's no way it's going to throw that much volume in today, though. We've done 12 million. It's not going to do that much. Most of the time, what you do see is that when it throws volume in, what has been happening is that you're running up, you get at least an expansion of volume, then you know it's putting a huge amount in at the close. Now the SLV, this is impressive. The SLV it does have juice. You're 2.8 million. It's still coming at 4.9, but that's much stronger right now than the GDX. Actually, well, I should do the same thing then. I got to go to the GLD, because the SLV is the ETF structure for the actual physical metal, and GLD that's still hanging at these highs. You know, the impressive thing about the GLD is that even when you do put it on a weekly, we had some good volume last week, so we don't want to see out here this week. I really, unless we get a huge amount of volume tomorrow and the next day, I don't want to see the highs of last week get tested, because thus far the volume has been too light as we're coming up into those numbers. Freeport McMoran, they got a little bit of everything inside that stock. Okay, you got gold, you got copper, you got oil. You know, when you break this down, let me see when I break this down for a second. They give me that breakdown. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so out of there, this is pretty cool. Yeah, it's actually, it's still a big copper stock. Okay, so check this out. When you talk, they take in 14.8 billion a year. Out of that, you're talking 10.4 billion is copper, 1.5 billion is gold, 1.3 is oil. So this is going to be an equity, you know, to keep your eye on, you know, because what you do have is that, you know, they had a great run. There's no doubt. It just went from $11 to 15. You pull this back a bit, and what you're going to see, this is an equity that got killed. I mean, this equity traded 59 bucks, goes down to $3.52, and takes a small B point of an ABC up, so 352. Ooh, that's interesting. Ooh, that's $10. Yeah, this is a confirmed, this is wild. So this is actually still a good buy, because this is a confirmed ABC up to 19 bucks. Let me see this again. 352, 14 bucks. I'm going to say 4. I'm ballparking at 10. That's $19.29. Yeah. You get a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. And with copper on the run also, that is saying quite a bit. And the kicker with copper folks, is that that is what started the huge bull market in 2002. The 10-year is making a run. We are at, the 10-year right now is only 10 ticks away from that high of June 14th. You need a mortgage out there, folks? You want to refinance? Go do it. You know, yeah, rates can get smaller, but guess what? That 10-year right now is trading 2.168. That is pretty cool. If we take out that swing point, which is real easy to do because we've been laying right next to it for so long, we're going to be down to 2% again. And, you know, you get to 2%, well, even where we are right now, that would say a 30-year, you're going to get a 30-year at about 3.65, somewhere around there. And that's 30-year, 3.65. That's not a bad setup. That's pretty amazing, actually. And, you know, the Fed, of course, is thinking that they want to go up on rates, but every time you look at rates across the world, it's not even close. And what's going to get intriguing here, too, on Friday, is that you have 40 central bankers and Jackson Hole. They all know what their rates are. And I'd love to just really get to understand when they look at our rates, thinking that our rate's high or our rate's low, and, you know, they're still talking they want to lower some of their rates, but yet France is at 0.6% for a 10-year. We're at 2.16. Pretty wild. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow Industrials right now. down 73. Nasdaq off 13. S&P's off 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 73. You get the Nasdaq off 14. S&Ps are down 8. And we, no doubt, let's see. I think it's within another week and a half that Congress comes back. And then, you're supposed to have the debt ceiling. We're going to have, we are definitely going to have some decent action happening in the first 3 to 4 weeks. That I suspect is going to push this market around a bit. It will probably start off Friday, but you got to remember that the week after that is Labor Day, so you got a 3-day holiday. You're coming into window dressing, and then game is on. I suspect for about 6 or 7 weeks to see exactly how this whole thing's going to shake out with the debt ceiling, the. Ryan was out there today. I heard Ryan, he was at an Intel plant today, and he was talking about tax reform. Hey, we'll find out if it happened. I don't see it even coming close to happening, but that was his rap out there today. Here, you want to hear, okay, so this is where common sense just needs to basically come to the floor. He said that he thought that we could get our taxes down to a postcard, okay? Give me a break. That is so far-fetched, folks, it's insane. Listen, I'd love it, right? But when you hear that, it's like, really? You know that it's not even going to come close to a postcard, right? You can be a W-2 employee, and you still won't get them down to a postcard. Why? Because the bureaucracy won't let you get them down to a postcard. He had said something about, wouldn't it be great that you wouldn't need the accountants? Do you think the accountants would let Congress get away with that? It's not even close, folks. You think soft money would let you get away with that? Not even close. It's not even close. This is where, everyone has something in the game. The bureaucracies have the most in the game, and this is where the legal bribery, meaning soft money, gets to play. And the tax code, people make plenty of money just doing taxes. We're not going to have a postcard. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers. Dow down 74, NASDAQ off 14, S&P's down 8. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day, and kicking into the end of August. How's that? That is crazy. Don't make assumptions. Let your life be transformed. When you stop making assumptions, your word becomes impeccable, and your life is completely transformed. Magic just happens in your life. What you need comes to you easily because the Spirit moves freely through you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 87, NASDAQ off 19, S&P's down 10. Gold contract up $4.50, trading at $12.9550. You had silver up 9 cents. $17.15 an ounce. Platinum, $9.78 an ounce. Copper's the number out here. It was flat today, folks. $3 a pound, though. That baby looks like it wants to run to the 308, 323 number. Light sweet crude, flat, $47.64. Now, what's going to be intriguing about the oil market is this, folks, is that you got Harvey, which is a tropical depression right now. That's in the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, live, it's 470 miles off Port Mansfield, Texas. It's moving at 9 miles an hour. And what does that mean? Well, bottom line is that they just issued a hurricane watch, and they're thinking that very well could turn into that. Now, what's going to get intriguing about that, right now, the way this is set up, a tropical depression is the weakest in a class of systems of tropical storms and hurricanes. What they are looking for, however, though, they think we can get a potential surge of 4 to 6 feet. You know, down at the Houston area, they are going to get some rain. I'll tell you that. They're going to get 16.5 inches of rain. And what you have there, the Exxon had already started shutting down a couple of the bigger rigs there. What you do have there, and this is where you can see the oil market in general. So let's just look at that oil market for a second, because what you do have, you have 30 refineries that make up 7 million barrels a day of refining capacity. So you're talking about a big number here. And if we do look, you'll see it right in the futures market. What you have is this. You have the heating oil. That was up 2.1%. Gasoline was up 1.9. Crude itself was up 1.1. So bottom line, we'll see where that baby does shake out. That's your oil market. Bonds, notes and bonds, folks, they want higher price, lower yield. The 10-year note right now trading out at 2.168. And when you do take a look at that, that is going to be very close to the lows of the year. The lows of the last 6 months. You had the low is 2.126. The high is 2.38. If we do that for the year, the low is still pretty much lower, 1.534. That was the low of the 10-year. The high right now of the year is 2.6. But you can see we're about in the last 6 months. This is almost at the lows of the last 6 months. 30-year also wants top side. 30 years also right next to its June swing high. King dollar. What do you have with King dollar? King dollar right now is at 93.08. And I suspect what you're going to see with King dollar is that, number one, it looks like it wants to test the 92.830 again. We'll see whether it's going to go right against where it came off the bottom. It came off that bottom at 92.58. Now, I'm going to put the continuous contract up here because this is going to get real tricky coming on Friday. They're claiming on Friday, folks, Jackson Hole, they're claiming there's going to be no big speeches. Well, there's going to be speeches, but there's going to be nothing new that comes out of it. Well, guess what? You have 40 central bankers getting together. There's going to be something coming out of it, okay? And if we put up this King dollar, what you're going to see is this. So what's sticking out like a sore thumb are the highs from 08, which is 89.250. The highs from 2010 is 88.800, okay? So the way this is set up, you know, it can get there in a heartbeat. Now let me show you something, because we've been in this consolidation since February of 2015. Well, the bottom of the consolidation, that's right where we are right now. Let's call it 92. The top of the consolidation is 103. Well, when you look at something like this, you say, okay, when you break a consolidation, you just take the top of the consolidation, you take the bottom of the consolidation, and say, okay, you take that point, and you can say that's where we go. When we do that, what you're going to see is that you can go to 81 in King dollar. Now, the top of what we just did was 88. You go to 81 in King dollar, let me tell you something, man. Now, let me go over to the gold contract. You're going to see the correlation here is pretty intense. We take a look at gold. I have the continuous contract up. And what you're going to see is that, you know, this has also been in a consolidation for a long period of time, October of 2016. You start looking at this and said, you know what, this, if in fact we do that, you're going to see a launch in this market that's going to be pretty intense. And it would make sense because the consolidation in gold has been almost for 3 years. No, 4 years. I'm talking 4 years. We were at the same place in June of 2013. You know, so the correlation, of course, is direct. It's the same with the dollar. But we'll see where this whole thing shakes out. Your first leg up is 1377. You break 1377, and there's not much in the way to 1545. That's how that's set up. And that's because we went down so fast after coming off that high. We came off the high. You went from 1602 to 1323, and you did that in April of 2013. Now, because when you go down so fast, without a step stair down, when you do build enough cars, which looks like we have, once you get into that bar, and the beginning of that bar is 1323, you can go to the top of that bar very quickly. Now, what we also have is this. The confirmed ABC structure up on gold is 1327. So, you know, another scenario would be make the 1327, you go sideways for a bit, then you make the run. I think we're going to know pretty quickly, though, because the way that the central banks are lined up fundamentally, the way that the market is lined up technically, and the time of year that we have, it's all kind of playing out in a big way. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with more numbers. And in fact, go over to our website at TFNN. We got a great announcement out here today. We just launched a workshop. This workshop is sponsored by Nadex. This is a free workshop, folks. It's going to be a live workshop. We're coming to Boston September 30th. As soon as we come back, I'll go right through it for you. We'll be right back, folks.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. And folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see, we just launched this literally a half hour ago. You're going to see right on the front page and the top of the carousel, free live workshop with Tom O'Brien and Darryl Martin. This is going to be live Saturday, September 30th in Boston. We're going to start it at 7:45 in the morning. Check-in continental breakfast will be 7:45 to 8:30. You're going to have welcome remarks by Dan Cook from Nadex from 8:30 to 8:45. My son Tommy's going to be introducing the workshop from 8:45 to 9 o'clock. I am going to be on teaching from 9 to 10:30, I'm going to be going over quality volume, cause and effect, ABC structures, swing points, and testing. The testing is always a huge deal, folks. Swing points, testing, cause and effect, quality volume. That's basically the guts of the art of time in the trade system. We're going to have a coffee break. Then Darryl Martin's going to be coming up. He's going to be teaching for an hour and a half, and then both Darryl and I are going to be taking questions for an additional 45 minutes. Now, this workshop is sponsored by Nadex. It's free. They're picking up the tab. What we'd love you to do, though, make sure that if you do sign up and you can bring a guest, please make sure you go, because we have limited space. And if you sign up and you can't go, just please let us know. That's so that someone else can take your spot, because I suspect, more than likely, the last one was sold out. I expect this is going to end up being sold out. So September 30th, Saturday morning, check-in starts at 7:45. We're going to go to 1 o'clock, and then we're going to see if we can get some Regina's Peaches, too. So check it out on the front page of TFNN. Let's go to HBQ. So this is Hewlett Packard. Hewlett Packard just come out with numbers. Hewlett Packard closed at $18.86. That is trading right now at $18.20. And let's see what they have to say. So, okay, third quarter revenue. The estimate was $12.3 billion. They're taking in $13.1. Big numbers, man. It's amazing. They're pushing the stock down, but that's a good number. The estimate earnings per share was 42 cents. They made 43 cents. On the fourth quarter, they see their estimate was 44 cents. Now they think they're going to do from 42 to 45. Not bad. Their fiscal year, they saw that they were going to, the estimate was $1.65. They're still at $1.59 to $1.66. So this did close at $18.86. It's trading down 60 cents right now. And let's put this back. Yeah, so it's been a consolidation for quite a while, actually. $17.10 is not a big deal. This thing came off a low of 2016 of $8.91. Now HP, I'm just curious. No, so I wonder what the other stock is. Hewlett, I forgot the HPQ. Hey, let me look at this again. What I'm looking for, I know in the split off. Okay, so Hewlett Packard, the third straight revenue increase is building on momentum. Earlier the year, the company said sales of $13.1 billion. Yeah, now this is the printer part of the company. I think it is. Focus on higher-end products while entering new markets, overseeing sluggish demand for printers. Yeah, this is the printer. Oh, thank you, Fetch. Okay, so this is the printer part. And what has happened is that they thought the printer part was going to be the dog. And what actually ended up happening is that the printer part ends up doing just as well or better than the actual hardware part. Yeah, the hardware part right now is trading $17.71. So that's pretty intriguing how that thing shakes out. No doubt. Let's go and take a look at the, I want to stay at this oil market for a second. Let's go over to oil for a second, because that, actually we're going to go into gasoline, because you can see gasoline popped out here today. That's about coming into that Harvey coming into Houston, because there's so much capacity that gets done every day. If we take a look at this, yeah, yeah. So the unleaded gas right now is at 153. That does look like you can get to 156 pretty easy. So we'll see where that shakes out. Corn. Let's go take a look at the corn market. That corn market's been getting killed. Okay, so corn is trading was $3.55 a bushel. This has been a one-way trade. Corn was trading at $4.17 a bushel, July 11th. Let's see how I can do this to get. Whoa, baby, that's a mess. Okay, so this is fast and furious. Yeah, 417 to 355. You broke 359. That sets up. Let me put this back a little bit further. if I can put a continuous contract like a C1. Nope, that's not going to do it. Okay, here we go. Let's see. C1 commodity. Yeah, okay, here we go. So I get the continuous contract up. We had a question by one of the targets, like, how low can this, oh, I see. How low can it go? Yeah, this has a low out here of 318. You're at 342. No reason it can't get there. Let me bring it back a little bit further. Oh, this isn't, man, this is like they're either growing so much corn that, you know, the supply is more than the demand, evidently. Because what you have is this has all big lows at $3. This is what corn's going to $3, man. And you break $3, you can be down at like 261. This was a dead cat. This is an anemic bounce beyond belief, actually. You know, corn's been volatile. Corn has been as high as $8.43 a bushel, but that crashed like oil. And you know what? That's interesting. Of course it did, because that's the ethanol part of corn also. That's what's going on here. So corn and oil, folks, you know, the large oil contract, well, the XLE is saying that oil wants lower price. Corn saying that ethanol is going to have lower price. So guess what? We're going to be have inexpensive driving habits. That's what it looks like. Yep, that's the way this thing looks like it's shaking out. Let's go over to the soybean market. Soybeans out here right now at $9.38 a bushel. And see, the soybeans are intriguing because this was a classic time in the trade setup. And what that is in particular is that you take off topside, you have wide price spread, you have volume, which we got. This took off June 30th. It was trading at $9.21 a bushel. By July 11th, it was at $1,047 a bushel. It took about a month and a half to come back down. When it came back down, it came back down with 107,000 contracts going into 200. You come off the lows. Now what you're doing, you basically, it's starting to steam like a good locomotive. We had big contract volume out here today. This baby's going to try to make it up to 988. Pretty wild. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow is down 87. NASDAQ off 19. S&P's off 11. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. Hi folks, the 800th edition of the Gold Report will be published next Monday. To celebrate the last 15 and a half years of calling the gold market, I'm doing a special promotion. You can receive 60 weeks of the Gold Report for only $600. That is $10 a week, which is a savings of 50% off the regular price. If you want to understand the entire supply and demand equations that move the gold market, including where the XAU, HUI, and mining equities are looking to trade, if you want to understand the correlation between the dollar, the yen, the South African rand, bonds, and gold, the Gold Report is for you. I'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop for each equity, ETF, future, or option trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter with a focus on building real wealth to a successful portfolio of gold and silver equities. You can take advantage of this special promotion until August 27th. That's 60 weeks of the Gold Report for $600, which is a 50% savings. Go to the front page of TFNN.com or call 877-518-9190 and order now.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Let's go over and take a look at that. We had a question of if Buffett was getting out of any of the airlines. I'm not sure which one he owns, but we'll try to find out here. But when I was doing this, I did see something here. So check this out. We'll start with, because all these 13F filings were in at the beginning of this week, folks. So American Airlines trading $43.97. This baby, since July 13th, it was at $54, down to 43. We take a look at this on a longer-term basis, and what you have is that the all-time high is 56. That was generated in 2015. Now, what you're going to see here, and depending on how long you've been listening to me at TFNN, you're going to see something that's intriguing, because this is what happens also in many equities, and I talk about it quite a bit. And what it is that when you see Fidelity either getting in or out of an equity, what you are going to see is that you are going to see State Street and Wellington and Mass Mutual all doing the same thing. Now, the intriguing part about this has been going on for so long, it's amazing. So picture this. I used to have an office at 1 McKinley Square in Boston. 1 McKinley Square is going way back, but that's where I had this office. It was a gorgeous office right across the street from the Customs House. And that's when Fidelity was a lot smaller. This is 1980. And they were actually right up the street. They're still up the street, but bottom line, that's where Johnson's headquarters is. And I started catching on to that. Well, I didn't start catching on to this actual part of it until probably 7 years later. But anyway, you have Fidelity was there. State Street is literally a block away. Fidelity was a block away. Wellington was a block away. And Mass Mutual was they were all within 5 blocks. Well, once I actually got in the marketplace, which now I got to bring you back another 14 years when I had a Bloomberg, which is 1994, because I've had a Bloomberg since 94. What I found is this. So watch this. If you happen to be watching Tiger TV, what you're going to see is that Fidelity, in the last quarter, they sold 8.2 million shares of American Airlines. They still own 18.5 million. Then you had BlackRock. That was the second largest seller, but the BlackRock sell is going to be because of the ETF structures, folks. But watch is right behind them. Wellington Management, they sold 2/3 of their position, 2.1 million. They have 1 million left. 3 more down, State Street Corporation. Now, they didn't sell that many. They only sold 972,000. They have 17.6 million left. Now, it doesn't mean that they're talking to each other, because that isn't how it has. Like, listen, who knows? But the bottom line, it doesn't. I'm not saying that, because there's easier ways that this can happen. And you can tag these funds, and you can basically tag them. And they didn't own. Well, actually, Fidelity would have. I think Fidelity would have been over 5%. So, what would end up happening is this: is that I have funds tagged, and you'll get a message just like that as soon as this comes across. That bang, okay, they're selling, and guess what? Those funds want to stay together. They're selling. So we're going to go through the rest of these airlines and see just how this shook out. So we'll do Delta next. I'm not sure whether they owned all the airlines or not. We'll find out right now. Oh, this is intriguing. So Delta Berkshire was selling Delta. Delta didn't sell a lot. He sold 1.9 million. Let me pull this back this way. Okay, so that wasn't big. He sold 1.9 million. Fidelity sold 1.4 million. State Street sold 1 million. But what I did see in here, watch this. This was different because it looks to me like Wellington. Now so check this out. Wellington. Now they just did the opposite. What Wellington did, they bought 4.8 million. So they actually swapped a position out. Now this is pretty interesting because we saw they were the second largest seller of American. So they swapped from American and went to Delta. Okay, let's go to United Continental. We take United Continental. Berkshire, small seller there, nothing big. Let's put it this way. Okay, so Berkshire, yeah, they sold hardly anything. They sold 700,000 shares. They still own 28 million. They own 9.2%. Fidelity, 600,000, that's nothing. They still got 3.6 million. State Street sold 500,000. They get 10.2 million. Now, mind you, all of these was as of June 30th. You know, so these things are always late. Let's go look at LUV, which is Southwest, and then we'll look at Alaskan Air. See where that shakes out. So inside Southwest, none of them are showing up. That's interesting. Yep. They didn't own Southwest. Well, it doesn't look like, well, Wellington, actually, Wellington bought 990,000 of Southwest. And then Alaskan Air, let's see if we got any action inside Alaskan Air. Alaskan Air, Fidelity, yeah, they had a small position. They sold 25% of their position. They sold 427,000 shares. They got 1.3 million left. So Fidelity is a net seller, big time. They weren't buying it at all. State Street wasn't buying it at all. And Wellington, what Wellington did do, let's go. I just want to see exactly, because Wellington bought, I believe it was, they bought 4 million shares of Delta, I believe. And let's see how many they sold of American. They sold okay, so they sold 2.1 million of American. Let's say it's $43. I'm just curious if they just swapped the money. No, and they only bought, so they sold, I said 2.3 million. And on Delta, they bought 4.8. So they're definitely, that looks like they sold all the rest of, whatever they sold, they poured into Delta. Let me go look at Delta for a second. So what do they know that no one else knows? Doesn't look like too much right now, because Delta just went from $55 to $46. But guess what? They're not going into, well, they're not going into this for a couple weeks. So Delta's got plenty of support at $40. That's still big money, though. So what you have with Delta, Delta actually broke topside and then couldn't handle it. You know, Delta is 46. You're going to go down to 44. That's on a longer-term basis. And we'll see whether it's, you know, because we'll see whether it's going to go test 32. If it was 32, that would be quite a hit. No doubt about that. That would be pretty insane. 877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at Snap, because this is going to be bizarre, folks. Snapchat, Snap Inc., this has rallied off the lows, and this is going to be about as bizarre as you get, because next Wednesday, the insiders can sell. So we'll see whether, you know, bottom line is that if all those folks who are buying at that low, they made it, and the insiders, doesn't mean they will sell, you know, it just means they can sell. You stay right there, folks, we'll be coming right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. This is pretty cool. So you get Floyd Mayweather, folks. Conor McGregor, big fight Saturday night. Now, this says, I remember when this happened with Buffalo Wild Wings before. So the story here is lessons learned at Buffalo Wild Wings, which is shifting its strategy 2 years after being criticized for all but skipping a high-profile boxing match. The restaurant chain, which thrived for years as a destination for live sporting events, will show this Saturday's anticipated bout between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor at nearly half of the U.S. locations amid a sales slump that prompted a proxy fight and a board shakeup. So they didn't show it. The CEO ended up getting canned. I think at the end of she got canned at the end of the year. McGregor, who's the UFC mixed martial arts champion, and Mayweather, one of the best boxers of his generation, are going to face off the 26th in Las Vegas. The decision to air the boxing matches comes after Buffalo Wild Wings was knocked for balking at the price to show the championship bout between Manny Pasquale and Mayweather in 2015. Buffalo Wild Wings struggles led to a fight with Mercado Capital that forced longtime chief executive Sally Smith to announce she'll step down at the end of the year. The company shares have lost value the last 2 years after a 7-year streak of gains. So check this out. Look at what else they got to pay, though. This is amazing. So Buffalo Wild Wings has more than 1,200 restaurants, the majority in the United States. The company frequently cites live sporting events as a key draw to customers. Saturday's fight is being aired on pay-per-view and costs nearly $100 for a high-def broadcast. That's roughly the price of the 2015 fight between Merriweather and Pascagoula. Bars and commercial establishments are charged for the fight based on the number of customers they can hold. The first fight generated $400 million in pay-per-view. This match is approaching $500 million. 2 years ago, only a handful of Buffalo Wild Wings restaurants, along with 70 franchises, decided to show the Merriweather fight. The company locations charged $20 cover fee the first time the chain took that step. Buffalo Wild Wings said it would cost as much as $6 million, $5,100 per restaurant to show that fight in all the locations. While the August 26th fight will be expensive for Buffalo Wild Wings, it will draw customers who don't want to pay for it at home. There's no doubt. You pay $20, you pay $100 at home. Kind of fun watching it at a place, too. Let's see what good old Buffalo Wild Wings, BWLD. Let's see where they're at. So that's trading 104. Oh my God, this is the low for the year. They have to do something. I don't like that place anyway. It blows my mind that those wings just aren't that. I love wings, but those wings don't excite me. Anyway, let's take a look at this. Look at this, man. This thing's a mess. Okay, so yeah, this is not going to matter who's fighting. So this broke a consolidation. A monster consolidation, too. If you want to see distribution at highs with no volume, folks, this is all over it. Then you get volume off the high. So its high is $205. That was September of 2015. You did a high with 7.3 million. You come off the high with 16.7 million. You do another 18 point... Oh, my God. Yeah, they're unloading this thing left and right. Okay, so watch this. Your bottom of the consolidation is approximately 132. The top is 205. So you're talking about $75. And just as I said, doing the other one, this thing, man, oh man, this thing is going to go down to like $60. This is in trouble. Yeah, it's $88 will be the next stop. $60 is game. Bottom line is that it doesn't look like they're going to get much out of this whole deal, period. Nope. That's trouble in paradise, no doubt about that. Let me see who else is in that business, though. So you get, okay, so in these fast food businesses, you got Cheesecake Factory, BJ Restaurant, they get good food, Bloomin' Brands, Brinkers. Let's go to Cheesecake Factory and see what they're doing. That's cake. Cake's trading at 41. That's also a mess. I guess we're not going out to these types of restaurants anymore. Look at this. Holy cow. Cake has just gone from $67 down to 41. This probably has to do with mall traffic, this one. Yeah, this cracked the swing low with volume. This is in trouble. So let's go to SPG. SPG is the largest owner of malls out here. That was up $4.50 today. When they come up with numbers, let's see what they have. Let's see what they do. No, it doesn't look like they come out with numbers, but that caught quite a bid. 157. This is down from 229. Yeah, this is in trouble, too. Well, it's intriguing about the Simon property. You know, this was a nonstop uptrend from 09. It went from $22 up to $228. You're at 157. It had no volume on the way up. You get expansion of volume on the way down. This is getting to lower price. And I guess the bottom line is that they got to figure out just what they're going to put inside these malls. I do expect that they're going to figure that out, though. It's just going to be a matter of, you know, a couple of years, because what has happened, I would say, in that business now is this, is that everyone, if you owned a mall, folks, you'd be facing it flat out that, guess what? You got to change the MO. You got to do it quick. The leases are coming up, you know. I mean, because all you have to do is go to Macy's, take a look at Macy's. Macy's, that's a Class A company. They're in Class A malls. stock goes from $70 down to $20. You think they're going to stay at all those malls? No way. It's not going to happen. They'll stay at some of them, which, I hope they can because, bottom line is that it's a great store. But our spending habits have absolutely changed. It's changed, and it's changed in a huge way. We have the Class B malls are in big trouble. Class B malls would be the ones that actually have the Targets in them, a lot of the smaller clothing stores. Decent malls, but they're in big trouble. We have one near us that I'm watching like a hawk because it's been in foreclosure for about 2.5 years right now. And I'm just really curious. It's in a great spot, but I'm really curious as to will someone else step in, take it over? Are they going to redevelop the whole mall? I suspect they won't redevelop the whole mall because it's not that huge that someone else couldn't figure out something to do with it. But it's going to be intriguing because even though it is a Class B mall, it's a pretty good one. Let's go see what's happening at the gold market. Gold looks like it's catching a bid out here. So gold right now, what happened here? No, I guess it's up $5 after the market. But it's interesting. It just most of the time you don't see gold moving around that much after the marketplace. Moving around $1.50. If we take a look at the GLD, GLD is hanging right at those highs. And if you, do happen to want to take advantage of the Gold Report special, folks, you get a couple more days to do it. The 800th edition of the Gold Report was out Monday. It's free. It's right on the front page of TFNN. As you're over there, if you want to come to a great workshop, come on up to Boston, September 30th. Nadex is sponsoring an Art of Time in the Trade workshop. Check it out, front page of TFNN.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver-producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2000, 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. And Whole Foods, folks, Amazon just came across the tape. Bottom line, the deal's it just won fast track, meaning no antitrust. Amazon's $113.7 billion purchase of Whole Foods won quick antitrust approval, showing that concerns in Washington about the growing power of this technology company weren't enough to derail the online retailer's biggest acquisition ever. The Federal Trade Commission just approved the deal within the 30-day period, meaning it didn't find the tie-up would hurt competition in the grocery market, the agency said today. The deal coincided with mounting concerns that technology companies such as Alphabet, Google's, Facebook, Amazon are becoming too powerful. Bottom line, that deal's on. So, food business, that's going to be pretty wild watching this shakeout. Let's go take a Uber just came across. Even as Uber technology investors mounted a revolt against the then chief executive of a string of scandals, the ride-hailing company's financial performance continued to improve the second quarter based on financial results. The losses, this is pretty wild. So the losses, oh my God, they like this. This is good. But bottom line, they lost $645 million in 90 days. They generated $1.75 billion in adjusted net revenue in the second quarter of this year. How do they lose and have net revenue? I don't know. Let's keep going. Up 17% from a prior year. The company's gross bookings for total money taken in fares reached $8.7 million, also up 17% from the prior quarter. At the end of the second quarter, Uber had $6.6 billion in cash. Well, they need that much cash if they're losing $645 million a quarter. What is it? That's 6, 12, 18, 24. That's 26. That's $2.6 billion a year they lose right now. Among Uber's biggest cost, India, Southeast Asia. Oh, I see. Okay, discounts for drivers. Yeah, they're not losing money in the United States, I don't think. Nope, making money. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. Have a blast with it. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now? Go get them, folks.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.